Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something you've probably seen in your work benefits package and maybe wondered, what is that? We're talking about group annuities, and we're going to break it all down for you.
So, are you thinking about your team's retirement security? It's a huge question, right? Whether you're the one offering the benefits or the one receiving them, making sure there's financial security down the road is, well, it's everything. And a group annuity can be a key piece of that puzzle.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. First, we'll cover what a group annuity actually is. Then, we'll get into the good and the bad, the benefits and drawbacks. We'll look at the different types out there, compare them head-to-head with individual plans, and finally, we'll talk about how we, at the Annuity Expert, can help you make sense of it all.
All right, let's dive right in. First things first, what in the world is a group annuity?
So, at its most basic level, a group annuity is just an insurance contract. Simple, right? Your employer buys his policy, and its whole purpose is to provide a steady stream of income for you and your colleagues when you retire. You can almost think of it like a modern private version of a pension plan.
Okay, so how does this whole thing actually work? It's pretty straightforward, really. Just three main steps. First, your employer pays the premiums into the policy. Step 2, the insurance company takes that money and invests it, helping it grow over time. And then, the best part, step 3, when you retire, you start getting that money back as a steady, reliable paycheck. The whole system is really built for that long-term security and peace of mind.
But, like any financial product, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. So let's take a really honest look at both sides of the coin here, the benefits and, of course, the potential drawbacks.
And this table really lays it all out. On the pro side, you've got some big wins. It simplifies your retirement planning, gives you that awesome security, your money grows tax-deferred, and you have the potential for an income that lasts for your entire life. Now, the cons, they're mostly about control. You've got limited ways to customize it, your choices might be restricted, and you're pretty much locked into whatever terms your employer's insurance company sets. So it really comes down to this. Do you prefer the convenience of the group or the flexibility of going it alone?
Okay, so now let's talk about the different flavors of group annuities, because it's not just one thing. There are different types designed for different goals and, how much risk you're comfortable with.
We can really break them down into three main types. First, you've got the group deferred annuity. This is all about letting your money grow tax-deferred until you're ready for it in retirement. Then there's the group variable annuity. This one's for folks who are okay with a bit of market risk for the chance at some higher returns. And last but not least, the group fixed annuity. This is for anyone who just wants safety and stability. We're talking guaranteed, predictable returns.
All right, this next part is super important. How does a group plan from your job stack up against an individual annuity you could just go out and buy for yourself? Really understanding the difference here is going to be key to making the right call.
First up, let's talk money. Cost. This is where the power of the group really shines. With a group annuity, all those admin fees and costs are spread out across a ton of people, which usually means it's cheaper for each person. But with an individual plan, well, you're on your own. You're covering all those fees yourself, which can definitely make it more expensive.
But here's the flip side of that coin, flexibility. A group plan has to work for everyone, so it's standardized. You get fewer choices. An individual annuity, on the other hand, is completely customizable. You can tailor it to fit your exact needs, your specific goals. It's all about you.
And what about handling risk? In a group annuity, the investment risk is pooled. It's shared among all the members, which can really help smooth out those market ups and downs and lead to more stable returns. When you go it alone with an individual plan, you're taking on all that risk yourself. It's not a bad thing. It just means you have to be a bit more careful with your planning.
And finally, let's touch on how you get in and what happens if you leave. Getting into a group plan is usually super easy. Your employer does all the heavy lifting. The only catch? The plan is tied to your job. So if you switch careers, you've got some decisions to make. An individual annuity? Yeah, you have to go find it and buy it yourself. But its biggest plus is that it's portable. It's your policy, and it goes with you no matter where you work.
So, with all these options and trade-offs and different types, it's totally understandable to feel a little overwhelmed, but you absolutely do not have to figure this all out on your own. Let's talk about how getting some expert guidance can bring a whole lot of clarity to this process.
You see this number? 16. That stands for 16 years of experience. When you're looking for help with something as important as your retirement, finding someone with over a decade and a half of dedicated experience, well, it can make all the difference. That's a lot of time spent helping people and companies navigate their financial futures.
So what do we at the Annuity Expert bring to the table? Well, it really boils down to three key things. First, expert guidance.
We actually compare all the top providers to find the absolute best fit for you. Second, we focus on cost savings. We want to help you reduce expenses and maximize your benefits. And third, personalized plans. Because a cookie-cutter solution just doesn't work when it comes to your long-term security. We design solutions that are customized for you.
And here's something you should know, something really important. Our services are always free. You might be wondering how that works. Well, we get paid by the insurance companies if you decide to move forward with a plan. So there's never any cost or obligation for you to just talk to us and get advice.
Look, securing a comfortable retirement is just too important to leave up to chance. Whether you're an employer trying to set up a great plan or an employee trying to figure one out, just understanding your options is the critical first step. If you'd like some professional, friendly guidance, we at the Annuity Expert can help you explore all of these group annuity plans. And remember, our services are always free. Give us a call for a free consultation at 770-755-1565, or you can find out more on our website at annuityexpertadvice.com. Thanks so much for tuning in.